my uncle, who's the founder of the company, was running the business out of Santa Rosa, was doing quite well for 34 years. And unfortunately, they were one of the casualties in the fires in Santa Rosa and lost their home, essentially barely got out of their lives. And it was both my aunt and my uncle who found this area, fell in love with it immediately, and decided that they were going to transplant out here. And then we made the decision to move the business out here and kind of start over. And we say that it's been one of the best decisions that we've made. You know, coming out of the Bay Area, and I was working in Marin, so a lot of fast-paced, rat race, and all those other analogous aspects to, you know, how vapid it can be. Coming up here and the community and you know, the beauty that's out here, it's amazing. And next Monday, a year from now, is when we first moved in, and I recall like getting out of my car for the first time when I came to the business park here. You know, I was wearing a big smile to begin with, and then it just, you know, it even smelled good, and just was very cognizant of that, and wish that like I would never lose that adoration. And every day just gets better. One of the reasons that we all fell in love with it so quickly and made the jump is because of the personal community that we have here. And it's something that I didn't even know that could really even exist. Everybody is so well connected, very socially and civically involved. It's very enchanting. I've used this sort of aspect on a number of occasions, and being with the 1 year that we've been here, that in that period of time I have more friends and connections than a lifetime in the Bay Area. And so people care about the community, people are willing to help, and you know, there's so many times where I can be on the local social network, and people are continually offering to extend themselves to help one another around the area. And it just speaks volumes, really, about the culture and the community and how warm and connected and just a wonderful place to live. You know, for me, it's a virtual paradise. You know, when I was living in Marin, I was only 15 minutes from the Golden Gate Bridge. And again, there's another analogy that I offer, in that, you know, you're living right near this quintessential city, not just in the U.S. or the West Coast, but in the world, about the city that never sleeps. You can do anything at any time, and there's so much to do. And I countered that there's way more to do here than living close to the city, and for lots of different reasons. But I'm just amazed on, like, it's not what are you going to do, it's like what not to do, and there's always so many things to do. And especially now with spring, and you know, it's just fantastic. You know, just outside our door here, you can walk one of the trails here and find like old miners' trash, and right under an ancient oak tree over here, there's a Maidu grinding rock, and you know, everywhere you look, there's just history. With the advent of technology, of course, that the world is much smaller, and so it doesn't matter really where you're working, I think, nowadays. We just got off of a WebEx or GoToMeeting scenario. We have voice over IP phones. We're all connected on our mobile devices through VPNs or with cloud-based services. And with the technologies that we can work with in business, you can really be effective almost anywhere, at any time, at any place. It's like a blessing and a curse too, right? So sometimes it's hard to turn it off because you're always sort of attached. But that's another thing too with living here. It just feels like you can have a really good work-life balance, that you're not caught up in this rat race, and that you're always enticed with beauty and nature and other things to sort of balance out any kind of stress or deadlines or other necessary but less savory things about doing business at times.